Hey, baby. Guys, we'll be starting a stream in the next sort of couple of minutes. We'll be starting this stream. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Hope everyone is well and lit. We'll get the stream started in a moment. Just putting it out on the Instagram. And then we'll get this shizzle cracking. Okay. Hope everyone is well anyway. I'll just get this there. There we go. It's monitoring my screen. Okay. Hope everyone is well. Happy Tuesday from sunny Dubai. Hope it's sunny, the weather's nice wherever you are, or it might be nighttime now, so excuse my beard. It might be nighttime where you are, but I hope you've had a good start to your week so far. I know I have, and I want that energy coming over to you guys as well. All right, let me just share my screen. We're going to jump straight into this chart view. Okay, Bitcoin. All right, let me just minimize this. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. Look. You need to stay tuned for this, stay tuned till the end, because obviously we're going to speak about, I want to cover a couple of news things, and then obviously the big risk event that's happening tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we've got the Fomc rate decision. So obviously, as you can see, price action is extremely narrow for Bitcoin. It's really damn boring. Breakout, you bugger. So we have to, I hate it when price actions like this. It's just one of those times where you have to sit on your hands. There are, don't get me wrong, when we do range like this, there are opportunities near term, which I'll go over in a moment. But it just, when we want a nice trending market, it's frustrating to see something like this. But anyway, okay, I just want to go over a couple of news points before I get onto the FOMC, and then before we break down technically everything. Firstly, this is some good news for the markets, right? I noted this in a stream last week, how there was a vote against proof of work ban, okay? So essentially earlier Monday, which was yesterday, had members of the European Parliament's Committee on the Economic and Monetary Affairs. They voted against a version of markets in crypto assets, or MICA, bill that could have effectively banned proof of work-based cryptocurrencies within the EU, which would have been a massive negative for the markets, because there are a lot of proof of work cryptos, a lot of proof of work projects. So this is good news. It's a great relief. Another positive thing, by the way, look, I think that the markets have had a large calming of concerns around Ukraine and Russia. There's hope, there's optimism of them, signing like a peace agreement down the line. It's coming closer. There's optimism there. But one thing that's beautiful to have seen is all these donations, right, that's going on at the moment. We've had people donating via cryptocurrency to Ukraine. And not everyone, you've got to think as well, still, not everyone is fully aware about the capabilities and the potential for digital money, right, digital transactions, cryptocurrency. Not everyone's aware of it. But where we've had this very devastating crisis in Ukraine, obviously with Russia, trying to invade the country, it's not enlightened, but it's made people more aware of what's going on with cryptocurrency and the potential to donate money via digital form. Okay, so this is just helping with mass adoption, is my point, right? Seeing this number of donations picking up for Ukraine. All right, guys, let's get on to the main topic. Okay, so look, Bitcoin, look, FOMC. So this is the big thing that you must not overlook, okay? Now, I'll try not to make it boring, because I know, a lot of news wires make this shit boring. Excuse my language, shouldn't have said that. But they do. It frustrates me, like CNBC and Bloomberg and all these boring buggers, the way they write, they overcomplicate it for people. Bugger off! They just overcomplicate it. It stresses me out sometimes when I'm reading it. It's like, man, how do you want the everyday person to understand this? Stop being overcomplicated and just dumb it down for people. I was going to swear that again, but anyway. So, FOMC rate decision. This is in focus tomorrow, guys. This is the Central Bank of the United States. They're setting interest rates, okay? So the rate of return that you get, say as a foreign investor, or the rate that you pay, for example, the interest that you pay on your mortgage, on your credit cards, on your loans. When this interest rate rises, what they're trying to do is cool down spending. People are spending too much. We've seen in the US, inflation's rising. Prices are rising drastically globally across the board. So the FMC are doing their thing to try and raise interest rates to lower costs, lower all these rising prices. So what does that mean for Bitcoin anyway? Look what happened. I just want to refresh your memory. I said this on Instagram earlier today in a quick video. Bitcoin sold off back in November last year because the FOMC started to position the markets for raising interest rates, okay? So then, and a withdrawal of their stimulus. This previous here, you see all this pumping of Bitcoin, rally. That's because the FOMC had low interest rates, right? So people got all this more cash. They're not paying any interest on their loans. They're not paying any interest on their mortgages. It's great. We're going shopping, baby. And then they were giving they're pushing out all this money, free money, cheap lending. People were borrowing, and they were damn right buying Bitcoin. Look, Bitcoin was rallying because people had all this cash going around the economy. So we're buying Bitcoin, man. You'd have been crazy not to. You're borrowing for nothing almost, okay, to stimulate the economy. So Bitcoin rallied. But now, unfortunately, baby, because the FOMC are withdrawing some of that stimulus, because the FOMC are looking to raise rates, this is reversed. It really has reversed, man. Look at it. It's crazy. I don't like to see it, but it has really pared back. Where are we going now, Ken? Get to the point. All right. FOMC is expected to raise rates tomorrow by 25 basis points. I'm going to look at the broader financial markets as well, so stay tuned on this stream. I'm not just covering Bitcoin. Let's look at other things as well together, okay? Because I know some of you guys are Forex guys. I know some of you guys are stocks guys. So stay tuned. Let's look at some potentials. FOMC is expected to hike rates by 25 basis points. This little man here, Jerome Powell. Look at him. Jerome Powell. All right, I spelled his name wrong. But this little man, look at him. Him and his crew are expected to raise interest rates. If they do that just as expected here, you can see it's expected to raise rates to 0.50%, then Bitcoin should rally because it's priced in. This is what the markets expect. If this goes to 0.75%, so they hike by 50 basis points, Bitcoin gets slammed, okay? It gets slammed. So really, if this comes out at 0.50, you see this tomorrow at 0.50, it should provide a relief rally for Bitcoin, okay? For cryptocurrencies, it should provide a relief rally for other markets, which I'll get onto in a moment as well, okay? So just keep an eye on that. And if they say that, if we see that the Fed are expected, the FOMC expected to hike by 7 times this year, this is what the markets expect. Again, this should provide a relief rally for Bitcoin because it's priced in. Right. So anyway, let's get to the point. I'm coming back to Bitcoin at the moment. I'm coming back to that. Let's just speak about something that's related, the dollar. Look, guys, so you see how it tied in where we were observing the rally with the pullback with Bitcoin. Look what's happening with the dollar. Rally. Yeah, it's rallying aggressively in line with Bitcoin falling. The dollar, okay, just have a look here. You can see it's been supported by an ascending trend line. Look, back here, actually, I spoke about this months ago where we had this W structure. Look at that, this W structure. We've extended to the north. We've broken out a flag here, pushing to the north on the weekly. Yeah, look at these pennants. Look at this breakout again, breakout. What we could see here tomorrow, right? If the FOMC hike by 25 basis points, as expected, dollar can continue to pull back. There's a risk, obviously, of this potentially playing out to an M structure or a double top, right? I'm just going to show you why. So this would be our first top. This would be our second top. This would be the neckline of the M structure. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, because there's a risk that the dollar does this. Yeah. Plays out to that M structure and comes all the way down here. Okay, and test that trend line again. This trend line is so damn strong. It's die hard right now. It's been in place since 24th of May. okay, 2021. There's a chance that the dips are bought here and this pennant structure plays out, okay? But first of all, we should have a relief rally for Bitcoin, okay? So long as this dollar pulls back as well, we're going to have a relief rally for Bitcoin and peers, right? And peers. So that's a dollar situation ahead of tomorrow. Let's just go to US stocks a minute. Let's look at stocks. Okay, just want to bring up stocks. Okay, stocks are obviously been firmly in a bear market as well. You know, similar to Bitcoin. Look, since the back end of last year or start of this year, falling because the FOMC expected to raise rates and they're withdrawing all this cash. So we've just completely pared back all this pumping that we had. All right. So obviously there's a risk that stocks continues to fall if the FOMC tomorrow do hike by more than expected. Let's just get on to Bitcoin a minute. We'll look at let's see if there's any trade ideas. Bear with me. Just explain all these moves first. Okay, Bitcoin, obviously you can see very, very narrow range. What we're doing is respecting, look at this tight range, the bodies of the candlestick I'm looking at, and how we're respecting this like 38,600, 700 area. Let's see what's going on the daily. Awful range. Really nothing going on here. Okay, we keep bouncing off this key support. Look, bounce. You get the point. But we're not actually really going anywhere. We can see where we're capped to the upside together. Let's just look together now. You know, we're capped to the upside by around 45K. Let's just put this on a weekly a minute. Just wanted to understand structure. Obviously, we've been printing lower lows. We've been printing lower highs, right? That is clearly the market structure, okay, right now. I just want to see if we got anything here, just like a trend line of support, an ascending one. Okay, look, we've got an ascending trend line here. It's valid, right? When we're looking at this ascending trend line, we're looking for at least 2 taps to confirm that's valid. And obviously we are trending to the upside. This is firm support. So tomorrow, so long as the FOMC only hiked by 25 basis points, as I explained there, you see this appear here at 0.5%, this should support Bitcoin. I think we'll continue to push to the north. All right. Let's just see, as I say, nothing to really note on a daily. This trend line is just going to continue to be supported, I believe, and we could play out something like this. You know, what we want to do is eventually bounce here, break out of this range here at around 44,700, and then push. Yeah, in towards sort of and go on to print all-time highs. What we need to do firstly, though, is break back above this. Look, this is something that we capitalized on previously. Remember this left shoulder, this head, this right shoulder. Breakout, big downside momentum. This trend line, we need to break back above that, okay? It's about the psychological 50K mark. So, yeah, it's all about tomorrow. I'm going to bring you another update. I probably will stream again tomorrow, but just to make you aware of the scenarios and the potentials there for Bitcoin. I think for me, the risks are to the upside for Bitcoin tomorrow, okay? In anticipation that the FOMC just hike as expected. That's all I wanted to talk about really today, guys, because the markets are just ranging. I just want to wait for these range breakouts. We might get someone ahead of the FOMC decision tomorrow. I doubt it because people want to be sitting on their hands waiting for that. But I'll deliver you another update anyway tomorrow. Hopefully we've got some more sexy things to talk about. But that's it from me. Stay lit. Let's get it.